right, let's get to the big old story of today, which is coming from Amazon Studios founder. And ironically, what he's saying is true, but it's just very hypocritical that's coming from Amazon themselves. So this comes from Bounding to Comics. So we have to understand that Bounding to Comics, all these articles, they do have a bit of a biasy one way or another. And this one says Amazon Studios founder criticizes Hollywood's turn to ideology over entertainment. Making customers the enemy of your industry is never viable. Isn't that ironic coming from, the creators of Homeland? Like the boys and everything, just a bit ironic. So the first bit of this
I
article,
should state, by the way, that this person is no longer with Amazon. So they did leave before the boys.
Correct. Yes.
But it is still ironic. Yes, it's completely an ironic story.
Yes. So the first bit of this article is about how this former employee of Amazon had a whole Me Too movement against him. Like, he's a male. Some woman accused him of harassment and everything, and he's no longer there. He works somewhere else now. He basically started his own company. However, there's more to it, where he starts saying, in light of his firsthand experience with Hollywood activist leanings, Price, who is the man in question we're talking about, says, took to his aforementioned Substacks blog on November 13th to share his thoughts regarding the self-defeating similarities seen in both the entertainment industry and Harris's presidential campaign. Now, I'm going to zoom in for you guys because I realize that's very small. Boop, boop. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that. All right, see, so he says, both Hollywood and Harris speak to an America that exists mainly in Hollywood HR departments, Columbia's faculty lounge, and at CNN and MSNBC, and America's changing the channel on all of that. To this, Price argued that the main flaw exhibited by both entities was their underlying contempt for the audience. And here's where it gets very interesting. He says, wokeness, both in politics and entertainment, carries with it a strong and explicit element of hostility, particularly toward white people and men. While this approach initially gained a compliance through social pressure and corporate acquiescence a few years ago, such accommodations were, of course, temporary. Amongst the people in the courtrooms, by 2024, wokeness has become toxic. To a large part of the audience, it is an embarrassing, widely resented relic of the past, and the people need to see that acknowledged by candidates. Isn't that ironic coming from someone from Amazon?
Interesting.
And then you go... Sorry? What?
The owners of Twitch, just saying.
Yes, exactly. And then there's more to this. He says, why did Hollywood people embrace wokeness with such fervor? He asked. For most people, it is conformity. Hiring decisions are subjective in Hollywood, so there is always pressure to conform. In addition, at this point, some people believe that if not for wokeness, they would not have their jobs. They're probably right about that. Isn't that interesting? Just how?
Wow, I'm shocked this is coming off an Amazon page.
Right? Hollywood is having a difficult time, partly because, like Kamala Harris, it has been denying the reality of the audience. It has not been meeting customer expectations, mostly because it disdains them. It is time to focus on doing well, making great shows, hiring the best people, and responding to customers. Meeting customers where they are, giving the people what they want, because making customers the enemy of your industry is never viable. And then he concludes saying Hollywood should make more fun movies and pursue excellence without restraint. Isn't that just fucking fantastic? What a novel idea. That's the best way to say it.
It's rocket science. Oh my God, we figured it out, guys. We just have to make things good.
Yeah.
And not worry about all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the ironic part about this, that he comes from Amazon. He no longer works at Amazon, but let's go to our favorite VTuber, Kirsha. And she says, funny to see a founder at Amazon Studios criticizing Hollywood's ideological capture when Amazon is a huge perpetrator of the same ideology. Slides. And then he says, slides are from AWS, first inclusion playbook from December 2023. And she goes on and says, Amazon was an early adapter of changing DEI language to sound more palpable with inclusion and belonging. And the change of DEI officer titles to things like inclusion ambassador and builder. So they're changing the words so people don't understand. And then she says they also discuss how AI and ML can only reach full potential with DEI embedded into them, part of reducing unconscious bias. So here they are. Look at that. Inclusion commitments. A pledge for inclusion. This is Amazon, everybody. We have ambassadors for inclusion, ambassadors for builders, ambassadors for customers, ambassadors for communities. You see all this language used? Ironic, isn't
My
it?
It's just the inclusion shit's so annoying because it's just including people that follow your ideology, so it's not actually inclusion at all.
Mhm.
It's quite the opposite. You're actually alienating most people with these inclusion programs. So I always find it funny that they try to use these words and make them sound soft and beautiful and like, we're just including everyone. Isn't this common sense? Of course we just want to like make sure everyone feels welcome and we're not like feeding into stereotypes and all this bullshit. But meanwhile, you're actually just like you're completely alienating and being aggressive towards everyone who doesn't fit into your little bucket of your ideology. It's
Yep.
fucking disgusting.
It is. And someone pointed this out, and I think this is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, considering some of the modernized abominations Amazon is responsible for. And it's true. So this is Elves in Lord of the Rings 2001, Elves in Rings of Power 2024. The costumes, the acting, the random ass culture change. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
And
wonder where
what
all
was
those.
the purpose of that too? It's like they're needlessly inventing a problem out of nothing. Like
Mhm.
we have to have diversity, equity, and inclusion. Well, when were we not diverse, equity stupid, and when were we not including people? Like, how about equality? How about
Mhm.
representing things the way that they actually are, instead of trying to force it in?
Mhm.
We've
And
actually been gradually excluding people more and more. It's
Yes,
actually been going in the
exactly.
opposite direction.
It literally is. It's
Mhm.
counteracting itself.
Because if you think about it, if they included all these people, let's just use the Rings of Power, which is going to be applied to many other IPs of today's modern era. Where did all these people go? Because this takes place before the 2001 story. So where did they all go? Did they all die?
Wow.
Did they all get murdered? Every single ethnic one, DEI hire, just murdered before Lord of the Rings 2001.
Rings of Power is not real to me. It doesn't exist in this household. I just want to make that clear. And yeah, the black elf thing just like hurts my soul. It's so retarded.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. There's your Amazon hypocrisy that, yes, this person is correct, but it's just ironic that he's saying it. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to say it for all the right buzzwords, or perhaps the whole Me Too movement that he experienced with the whole harassment when he says it wasn't changed his tune. Who knows? But either way, shout
Or maybe
out
it's becoming
Bryce.
popular. I'm seeing, Walmart just announced that they're going to stop doing stuff. All these things. Maybe everybody's going, oh, this is what's trending right now. Okay, I'll go back to it.
But the
Well,
thing
they
is,
see the tide turning. That's the whole thing, right?
they see
Sorry,
it, but they
Bryce.
also see it changing too. Like Kershaw was saying how like a lot of things are being switched from DEI to bridge, which people don't know about also. So it's all change of vocabulary. So we're not gonna do DEI anymore, but meanwhile they're gonna do bridge instead, which is even worse. So fun facts. But anyway, any concluding thoughts on the whole Amazon love, Mally?
Oh, gosh. I want Twitch to die, and I hope Amazon does eventually with it.
All right, you heard it here first. Death to Twitch.